Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Mrs. Smith 88. So today I wanted to do a video that is not beauty related, not shopping related, but is crafty. So today I wanted to show you guys how to make holiday deco mesh wreaths for under $10. First I'm going to go over the supplies you will need. I'm going to go ahead and move this to the side so I can focus on the main items that you need. So when wreath making, you are going to need a wreath form. This is a 14-inch wire wreath form, and I picked this up at the Dollar Tree for $1. You are going to need 6 rolls of Deco mesh. I'm going to be doing a St. Patrick's Day style wreath. I'm actually going to be doing 4 colors, so I had to pick up 8 rolls of mesh, even though I will not use all 8 for one wreath. And what we're going to do is we're going to roll our mesh into these curly cues. I have a bunch of them pre-made because I like to get a head start on my wreaths. I will show you guys how to make those shortly. You are going to need pipe cleaners or chenille stems. 1 pack of those will do a whole wreath, that's $1. So you got $6 in your mesh because you got 6 rolls of it, or more depending on how many colors you're doing. But if you only do 2 or 3 colors in your wreath, you're only going to need 6 rolls. So you got $6 there. You have $1 in your chenille stems and $1 in your wreath form. So that is $8 for your wreath. And then it's up to you if you want to do a centerpiece. I like to do centerpieces on my wreaths. I picked up this cute little leprechaun one at the Dollar Tree for $1, as well as I picked up this one at the Dollar Tree for $1. So I'm going to use these on the wreaths I will be making. I'm going to be making a total of 3 to 4 wreaths in the next coming days. I may do videos of both styles I'm doing, but it is relatively simple. So I'm going to go ahead and set my wreath form aside so I can show you guys how to get started. So you're obviously going to want to unwrap your mesh. And this is so easy, anybody can do it. Like if you're hearing scissors across the table, I have my 10-year-old daughter doing this with me. I have her rolling curly cues. It was really easy to teach her how to do it. One of the helpful things to have on hand is a weighty item to hold your mesh down. And I like to have a clip because as I roll 3 of these at a time, I clip them and then I use my chenille stems. So you're going to fold once like that, fold twice, fold 3 times, and then you're going to cut all the way across. So it looks like that. Looks tubular, and I just put my clip around it to hold it while I work on my other ones. And you do 3 of the curly tubes per bunch, so fold, 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 and then you're gonna cut. And these do stick to everything once you have them all over. So you're going to fold, 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 and cut. So that's 3, which ends up making 1 whole curly cue bunch. And what you do is you cut your chenille stems in half. So instead of the full length, you cut them in half, and then you fold it into a V formation. You unclip, keep them pinched together because you don't want them to come unraveled, and you fold your V right into there like that. Hold your bunch and twist. And once you twist, you have your bunch. So you're going to do a bunch of these. I like to do a bunch of them off camera. That way then I can just assemble my whole wreath. So I'm going to show you guys how to do one more curly cue before I go off camera. And then when I come back, I will show you how to fasten these onto your wreath. So let's do our next curly cue. Once again, fold, fold, fold. And you're doing about 1-inch folds. Maybe a little bit less, maybe more like 3/4. Cut and clip. Fold, 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 and cut. So like I said, really, really simple, and these things come out gorgeous. I actually sell mine, so it cost me about $9 to make mine. The rule of thumb in crafting is that you should be charging 3 times what you spend. So I do sell mine for $30. And I usually get a good turnout in sales. It gets me a little bit of pocket money so I can shop and buy all that perfume and makeup that you guys see. This is just a little hobby income for me. Some people sell them for even more on Etsy. They do take quite a bit of time. It takes probably 2.5 hours to do one wreath. So it's not really even worth the money to make them unless you just want something fun to do. Like, we have nothing better to do. I have 3 clients, and between the 3 they're wanting 4 wreaths. So I figured, why not take the pocket money? So that is how you make your curly cues. I'm going to go ahead and make a bunch of white ones off camera. My daughter's working on the black ones. I have a whole stack of green ones here. I got a whole stack of gold ones. The color formation for our wreath is going to be green, gold, white, and black. So when I return, I will show you guys how to assemble the wreath, so definitely stay tuned. Okay, so once you have a bunch of your curly cues all rolled and fastened, you can start working on your wreath form. So I have here my wreath form. I already cut the tag off of it. I'm working with 4 color variations. We have white with iridescent. We have gold. We have green. And we have black. I get all my mesh either from Hobby Lobby or the Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is $1 for a roll. Hobby Lobby is $8. The roll is twice the size of what you get at the Dollar Tree, and I usually wait till it is 50% off, which will take it down to $4. So a little more pricier than Dollar Tree, but the quality of mesh is actually better. It's easier to fold. The Dollar Tree mesh can be a little bit jagged, a little bit uneven, a little bit of a pain to fold. So if you want quality over quantity, go with Hobby Lobby. If you don't care so much about quality when rolling, you can definitely get by going to the Dollar Tree. No matter what, this is an affordable way to make a wreath. So now I'm going to show you guys how to fasten your curly cues on. The centerpiece that we're going to be working with for this wreath is a little bit on the smaller side. If you guys seen my other video, my other one was bigger. Like, lengthwise, this is pretty big. Like, this is going to take up a good space. But when you put this in the center, you tend to have a lot of negative space around the edges. So if you've seen my last wreath video, I worked on just the outer ring of the wreath. These wreath forms have 3 rings to them. Let me show you guys. So you have your inside center, you have your middle center, you have your outside ring, or I should say inside ring, your center ring, and then you have your outside ring. So sorry if I confused you there a little bit. So I'm going to work with just my center ring. Just these 2 wires here is where I'm going to fasten my curly cues. Really easy, really simple to do. I'm going to start with the white, then do the gold, green, and black. I like to alternate my colors. It's up to you guys how you do your color formation on your wreath. So first is the white. you got your V there. You place that around the center ring. Feed your sides through so you have your two pieces sticking up here. And you just wrap those together and tie it tight. So I'm going to do that for the next three colors as well. So gold is next. Slip it through. And then fasten it. So really, really easy on how to make these. And then you could push them together right away and bunch them. Or you could just wait. I push a little bit as I go, and then I tend to flip it over and adjust things as I go to my liking. So we're fastening a green, then we're going to put a black on. And then I will flip this over so you can see what the four colors look like together. So I went ahead and I bunched them together, and it looks like that. So you're just going to have this little poof, and you're going to do these poofs all the way around your center wires of your wreath form. And then once you're done, you can put your centerpiece on. So I'm going to go ahead and take a break off camera and keep on fastening these all the way around. When I get them all the way around, I will show you guys what the wreath looks like. You guys technically don't have to put a centerpiece in. That's up to you. My personal preference, I like to put centerpieces in mine. So definitely hang tight, and I will show you the next step shortly. Okay, so I am back, and I wanted to show you guys what your wreath will look like once you get all of your curly cues on. So let me step back. So once you get them all placed on your wreath, around all 6 sections of your outer wreath form, bunch them together, this is what your wreath looks like. Now you can stop here. You don't have to put a centerpiece in if you don't want to. I, just out of habit, I like the appearance of a centerpiece. So I'm going to show you guys how to attach your centerpiece, so hang tight. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to attach your centerpiece to your wreath. So once again, I'm pretty sure I showed you guys our centerpiece. We are doing the little leprechaun. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this tag off and the satin loop string because I just have no use for this being in my way. So take that off. And you are going to need 4 full-size pipe cleaners. And these ones, I'm going to be a little bit picky on color. At least 2 of them I am and 2 I'm not. Because the 2 on the sides might be able to be seen in a little bit of the negative space. So I want to see them, I want them to match up with the wreath colors. So you're going to flip your sign over. Like so. Let me see, get that better in frame. So like so. You're going to take your full-size pipe cleaners and you're going to fold them in half. So fold in half. Fold in half. And these ones I'm going to attach to the sides. The other 2 I'm going to attach to the top and bottom. That way it's not flimsy. That way the hat doesn't flop forward. And I'm not too concerned about the legs because the legs are just going to kind of hang there. But I kind of want them to stay in place. So that one's going to go on the top. And then this one is going to go on the bottom. So I'm going to grab my hot glue gun. And I just like to do large dollops of glue. So big dollop of glue there, press this down, and then I like to go over and encapsulate in glue. So then you're going to let that dry. Do that on the side over here. I do go through quite a bit of glue Glue sticks are cheap at the Dollar Tree. You get a big pack with 20 in it for $1. Way cheaper than Michael's or any craft store. And you can get a glue gun relatively cheap. I got mine at Michael's for $3. It's one of the Craft Smart, or yeah, Craft Smart it's called. I'm shocked I got that name right. So once again, do that on the same side. Encapsulate with glue. And then you're going to do that on the top and bottom. Don't worry if you get stringies on the back. Those all pull off, or they're technically not even going to be seen. So once again, I'm going to do a dollop down here. Stick my pipe cleaner there. And then I'm going to encapsulate it in glue. And then we just have to do the top. Let all this glue dry. And then we are going to hook our sign on to our wreath. So big dollop there. Sometimes this glue is hard to squeeze out because when you put a fresh glue stick in, it takes a while for it to get hot. So stick that on, encapsulate it in glue. Alright, so I'm going to leave this to dry. And then once it's dry, we're going to attach and we will be finished with our wreath. So I hope you guys have been enjoying this video, and I hope you guys choose to make a wreath. Okay, so now we are attaching our centerpiece, and all I did was lay my little leprechaun on top of my wreath, and then I'm going to actually flip him over, and I'm going to fold all these chenille stems inward. That way they're just easy to access from the back when I tighten them. So now lay him back. Your main concern is you're gonna want your center to be centered. So the center of your little guy here. And then everything else will just kind of fall into place. So I'm gonna hold him down because I want him right about there. Flip him over. And I'm gonna take my chenille stems and attach them to the first ring of the wreath form. So one will be on the inside, one will be on the outside loop of the wreath form. And you just tighten that good and tight, wrap it a few times, and repeat on the other side. Now you may have to make some adjustments when you flip it back over because one might be closer to one side than the other side and it might not be completely center, but it's easy to make your adjustments. Now I'm actually pulling my feet down because I want them to be at the farthest point that they will stretch. I do not want any, I do not want the ribbon that's holding the leprechaun together to be loose. I want it to be taut. So you're going to feed that through your bottom just like you did your sides. And wrap it around the first wreath ring. So yeah, his legs are about where I want him from what I see from behind. Like I said, when I turn it over, I might have to do adjustments, but that's not a big deal. It's just a matter of shifting your chenille stems where you want them. So this, because his hat is towards the top, we're going to loop our chenille stems around the last two instead of the inside because we want that pulled as far up as we can because we want the full effect of our little leprechaun completely stretched out across our wreath. So that's all tied on. I'm gonna flip it over, see what he looks like, see if he needs any adjustments. Like, see, it's a little loose there. So we're going to kind of shift it upwards and shift this downwards, like so. And all in all, I think the fit is pretty well. So I'm gonna go ahead and hang this on my door and do my outro to show you guys what the wreath looks like. Okay, here we are with our final St. Patrick's Day wreath. I think this one's really, really cute with the little leprechaun legs and the happy St. Patrick's Day center and the hat. I know some people in like some of the wreath groups, they will actually snip these and they will tuck this behind the wreath and have his legs hanging down and then the hat off to the side. I just kind of find it more easy to have it in one piece. So that is what our wreath looks like. I definitely think that one of my customers is going to be so happy with this. And I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below.